Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Naren singing, we see the acme of devotion. Singing in the song, you see wonderful expressions. They carry deep concepts. Words look so simple, and when we hear or read, we feel we have understood. But the depth with which the author writes, or the experiences he has undergone, especially these are the writings of great enlightened souls. What is their background? When a child is being advised by the parents who are matured in the world, and the new child coming up, how he can understand what the father or mother is telling him. The child's background is entirely different from the parent's background. When teacher teaches, he teaches from a background which is inaccessible to the student who is hearing. And each student understands a part of it in his own way. What is taught is not what is learned always. With experience, one understands its gravity. Here also we see looks like simple, till in your heart the nectar overflows. Nectar overflows. The bliss, Ananda overflows, that you are not able to retain it. It is how Sri Ramakrishna or other saints like Tukaram, Eknath Maharaj and all, or Meera and Tulsi, how they might have felt the love for God. That's what we saw yesterday, the various levels of consciousness expansion. When we learn to turn inward and dive within, most difficult part is to turn inward because we are not taught or we have not tried nor known that there is a process of turning the torch within. Our eyes are outgoing, our senses are outgoing, our mind is outgoing. We are accustomed to see this world, external world, with an outgoing mind. We have never turned our mind inward, nor our senses inward. So even when we are asked to meditate on God, we walk reverse within ourselves and try to be what our body is and try to see God in front of us. We don't turn inward and see God within and walk within with courage and with confidence, with certainty. God is there, I have to go. And where is the body? Where am I? What is the dimensions? The God huge form, how can you see within yourself? The moment you start entering within, the turn inward and entering within, dimensions differ. Just like you are thinking of vast place, the moment you start thinking, vast place, somewhere you are gone, you are standing on a small hillock, front is the vast river, and horizon you are seeing. And you see, your mind has already started conceiving vastness. And your mind is so small, body is so small, how that vastness came into mind. Same way, the infinite God appears within your own heart, because heart doesn't have any dimension. It is beyond all the three bodies. You are the core of your existence, which is the 10th door, and there it manifests in the Chidakasha, the space of consciousness. There won't be this space at all. But to go within, you need one support. So you imagine a lotus in the heart, God sitting there with loving gaze at you, and you are entering. As you are entering, you will see you are going slowly to the depths, deeper and deeper. As you go deeper, it becomes vaster and vaster. Vastness increases. You will see the full form of God, even the Vishwarupa. What all you have to see, various aspects of God, even Nirguna Nirakara, you are going to see within yourself. You are going to emerge out from the 10th door. And then suddenly you will find yourself infinite. It is up to the chakra you are entering within. The Stula, Sukshma and Karana, 3 sheaths. The moment you cross it is infinite. So infinity, eternity is experienced within yourself, the going. Because dimensions fall off. Inner and outer go away, disappears. Yesterday we were seeing, as soon as we enter inside, first thing is to learn to turn inward and dive within. The second thing is, the moment you start traveling beyond bodily existence, when you enter into Pranamaya Kosha itself, Annamaya to Pranamaya, you start feeling silence and stillness. A present stillness and silence. Because the sense organs are moving inward, leaving the sense instruments. There are gross instruments, there is software needed. The software alone is withdrawn. The senses are going inward. So you feel external silence. Just like you are sleeping, you are not able to hear anyone, like that. You will not be able to hear the sound external, nor there is any sound within. There is stillness and silence. And in that, what is the content of that silence? What is the content of that stillness? Is bliss and peace. And slowly you come in touch with, here at this stage of your development, the moment you are able to go and perceive the inner silence and stillness, it may take, even if it takes 6 months, it is worth doing. And once you are able to perceive that inner stillness, that means you are already crossed. Second, you are entering into the Manomaya Kosha, leaving the silence when you, internal silence, inner silence when you observe, you have already crossed the Pranamaya Kosha. That is organ of action and mind. Mind with organ of action is Pranamaya Kosha. Mind gets merged in the intellect and intellect with sense organs is sense organ, chakshu, etc. We enter into Vijnanamaya kosha. Manomaya kosha is in mind with five senses. Vijnanamaya kosha is intellect with, buddhi with panchajnanendriya. Panchajnanendriya buddhi is Vijnanamaya kosha. Panchajnanendriya is common to the two. Panchajnanendriya with mind is Manomaya kosha. Pranamaya kosha is sense organ of action, Vakpanipada, and with pranas, energy, pancha pranas. Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, then yourself, your real self. So when you enter into Manomaya kosha, when the silence you observe this, you are able to perceive that silence and stillness. An internal energy which pertains to the spiritual existence starts emerging out. It is highly, it's profound energy, highly refined and refreshed. It is refreshed. In computer, I think you refresh, you put, I think now. It's profound energy, and this energy with creativity and intelligence which can design, these three are called the tejas. Tejasvina navaditamastu ma vidvishavai. So what is the tejasvi? Tejas means, what does this tejas mean? Creativity, intelligence, and this energy, profound energy, refined, profound energy, which pertains to the inner layers of our existence. We can say the self, it is as if it is coming out from the self. It is these three together is called the Tejasvinavadita. So that is released and you become Tejasvi, full of energy, full of freshness, full of, you can do anything, but you can never do something bad. You can never think of a thing, never comes to your mind of enjoying something, possessing something. Only sacrifice. What can I give? What can I do? It is here that you will find your heart expanding, love flowing out. And here you see, you are slowly coming in contact with the Ishvara, Lord of the universe, the personal, God personal. Impersonal is absolute, personal is what? The consciousness that pervades the universe and gives existence to this universe. So that you are coming in contact. I told you yesterday, it is like seeing some person, touching some person and understanding, oh, here is a man. In pitch darkness, you will be able to perceive, not see. So this kind of perception of God you will have. This is the second consciousness. Other than your normal consciousness, waking, dreaming, deep sleep, you will enter into you are entering into higher and higher consciousness. And here the spontaneous outflow of love is there, love and devotion. It starts flowing. He is telling you, see, till in your heart the nectar overflows. This is that nectar. the spontaneous upsurge, or what you call fountain like coming out of love. And this love and devotion are focused on the divine God. So here in this state, how you are coming in contact with divine is, you are entering into the finest part of the creation. In Srishti, we are at the gross level. Like you are boiling butter, heating butter to make it ghee, and after making ghee, at the bottom you will see some jiddu is there, left over, that something like dirt. There we are now. You get only smell. No nourishment, no eating. It will be slightly sourish. Presence of buttermilk becomes that, free from butter. So that's what we are at, the refined aspect of, finest aspect of creation you are entering, because you are coming in contact with divine God. Divine is the last layer, and if we penetrate into the nature, beyond that is absolute. It is like milk or cream or something that covers. From that side, from the absolute, if we enter the first touch, first uppermost layer, if I think in boiled egg and all, when you remove the shell, when the shell is removed, there will be a thin layer, I think, of skin-like layer. Or the shell itself. Outside is the space, the last shell is the divinity, and inside is the universe. Universe begins. The last layer, from here, the beyond is absolute. From that side, it is the first layer, is divinity. And that divinity is absolute, touching and percolating through the universe. It percolates, seeps in, like sponge or cotton. If you touch to water, how water seeps in. Like that, from the absolute it is seeping in. The touch is divinity. And that divinity we are trying to see in everyone, everywhere. The absolute present in the relative we call divine. So this finest part of the creation, where the finest, the sattva, highest form of sattva, this is tamo pradhana. In this there is sattva pradhana regions also. We are entering more of sattva, less of tamas as we go to the higher levels of consciousness. We are more and more sattva, more and more knowledge, more and more bliss, more and more freedom. So when you are entering into Manomaya Kosha, you are all from Manomaya Kosha, you are touching and feeling the Vijnanamaya Kosha. So this is the where you the love, when you enter into that region, the finest region of the creation, spontaneously love flows out from you, devotion flows out for God. Till then, enjoyments and whole mind and everything is flowing towards the world. And world we are carrying all the time, wherever we go. Sleeping also, we sleep with world, we wake up also with world. Now that is gone. Those dreams have gone away. And love for God has appeared in his life, which gives the joy cannot be compared because it is pertaining to sense organs, that is pertaining to yourself. And you can imagine that's what the nectar overflows. From this state, hereafter, you will be partially in God conscious state. You are doing all the work's duties with great joy and relief because nothing is going to bind you, nothing is going to attract you, nothing is going to evade you, or nothing is going to capture you because you are in touch with the divine. What can this world or enjoyments or anything capture you? You are free. So nothing, incidents, events, or all these things, none of them will affect you. External situations, bodily conditions, nothing will affect you. So that is the main important part you will see. Now your consciousness is slowly filling up. Just like in tank, if you leave the water, how it slowly fills up. Like that it fills up with the divine. Various aspects, Ananta Kalyana Guna Paripurna is Lord. You will see from here, you will see from that side, like mother seeing the child and enjoying the child's company. Here it is higher levels of existence. So here you see slowly how you are coming in touch with the divine, and divine love starts flowing out from you, and you are moving towards the God conscious state. You become God conscious. It's always you are filled with the God to great part. A small part of the mind is attending to all the, Sri Ramakrishna says, when you are in the world, keep 75% of your mind on God, and with the 25% mind you do your duties of life till the duties are over, and then give your all mind to God. So this is the ideal. Now from here we go to the next stage of consciousness, where you will find yourself expanded to the cosmic level. It is Unitarian, unity. You become one with the rest of the existence. Unitized. The whole thing has become. You are spread into the universe, and the universe is just like a cup of milk is put in the tank. How it slowly gets. You can see the story, it is expanding and slowly, like incense stick, burning incense stick, how it slowly expands and becomes one with the air. The fragrance and the air, everything becomes one. Like that, you become one with the. This is a consciousness where there is no separation. With every object, your own self is interwoven with every object and interconnected, interlocked. The whole, in every object, every being, everything is, you are expanding and becoming the source of oneness with all. Every object you find your oneness, every jiva, one ant is there, one elephant is there. Both. You are there, you are there. Everywhere, in every jiva, every object, you find yourself. This is the highest development of heart and head. Mind has grown to the absolute blooming. Heart has gone to the absolute blooming, where you find yourself everywhere. And this has to be attained, And this can be attained by anybody, irrespective of their past life, past karmas, past tendencies. Sri Ramakrishna assures this again and again. Whatever be, if you desire, if a man desires, if a person desires that he should attain, nothing can stop him. Even his karmas cannot interfere. Because it is you, yourself. To know yourself, you have every right and you need not go anywhere. You have to find yourself within you. And that all the requirements that is necessary, nature has already placed within you. The intellect. When we come in contact with the divine, after the stillness and silence, when you start touching the Lord of the universe, God, the personal God, you will see that an internal awakening is there, and this is called spiritual awakening, by which you enter into Vijnanamaya Kosha and experience God directly. This is Dhi Prachodana, Dhiyo Yona Prachodayata. Dhi Prachodana happens with when you just come in touch with the divine. But you are not seen, you are not experienced, but you have some unknown sixth sense, you are perceiving it. Oh, here it is, here he is. Whom I was searching is here. What I was seeking is here. The bliss absolute, the peace absolute, the eternity is here. So this is what where is the divine love you see? What is that nectar that is going to flow out? Till nectar starts flowing out. Till in your heart the nectar overflows. While singing bhajans, if it is fine and touching your heart, there is some awakening of the divine. But it is momentary and small amount. Here it overflows. It just appears and next moment it evaporates, like water on the hot pan, dosa pan. First they sprinkle water, pours and disappears. Like that we get. It doesn't overflow. It doesn't show its face also. Choink, sound will come. Water has appeared and disappeared. Like that is, we get awakening, we get the touch of the divine, but it doesn't. We get the love of God. Momentary small, because the other vasanas are so, immediately they will cover. The fire below is there, not to allow the water to be there and become steam and go away. Other vasanas, fire of vasanas are there. So here we see that it's overflowing divine love. These stages we have to carefully walk through, and you must be fully conscious. At the same time, see that your duties are not affected, because it is that which you are going to practically offer to God. Whatever you can do, whatever you can do. If I can do, now this is the building. Somebody comes and cleans. If I can clean, it would be nice. I have got one more opportunity to serve God. I have got one more opportunity to give something to God. Are you saving that time? What are you going to do? If you appoint a servant to clean, will you be able to spend that time and life at a higher level, giving something higher to the others, then you can. Otherwise, it is better we do whatever we can to the last breath, last moment, offer it to the Lord. That is the worship that we do. Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhritavigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha.